In this age of 21st century, a lot of emphasis has been given to the area of research. Like if you talk about any academic position or any professional who is working in any corporate hub or any research institute, everywhere they are encouraged to do as much research as possible that they can. But amidst these things, they are being given some deadlines, some targets, some scores through which their performance is measured, they get promotion and other things. So starting from very basic to the area where the research is actually going on, we find that somehow people do research, but sometimes they deviate from the ethics. So considering this problem at present, we are going to talk about research ethics. When we talk about research ethics, firstly we have to know what is ethics. Ethics or morals are rules for distinguishing between what is right and what is wrong. It actually distinguishes right and wrong. The golden rule, do unto others as you want have them do unto you. It's like what you want others to do with you, do the same with them. But what you don't want that others do with you, you don't do it, please. The ethics, like in other words, it is said norms for conduct that distinguish between acceptable and unacceptable behavior. When we talk about ethical norms, most people learn it at home, school, or social setting. Moral development occurs throughout the life. Ethical norms are so ubiquitous that one might be tempted to regard them as simple common sense. On the other hand, if morality were nothing more than common sense, then why are there so many ethical disputes and issues in our society? On one side, it is considered that these are the things which every common man must know as per their common sense. But as the first point says that home, school and social setting contributes a lot in this area. So those people who have got good ethical background, they actually follow these ethical norms. But more or less, it is very mandatory for all of us to follow it. Like the disagreement over the norms are like all people recognize some common ethical norms, but different individuals interpret, apply and balance these norms in different ways. Like it is known that everyone must wear helmet while driving, but instead of knowing this ethics, these morals, these norms, people apply it in their own way. Like they say that it is my way in light of their own values and their experience. Like whatever the experiences, whatever their value they carry in their life, accordingly they just do it and just say that this is the way I do it. In other way, if we try to talk about ethics, another way of defining ethics focuses on the discipline of study, standards of conduct such as philosophy, theology, law, psychology, sociology or computer science. Like a medical ethicist is someone who studies ethical standards in medicine. Like these are also areas divided in which we talk about ethics. Moving further, ethics is like one maybe define ethics in different ways, or as a method, procedure or a perspective for deciding how to act and for analyzing complex problems and issues. For instance, in considering a complex issue like global warming, one may take an economic, ecological, political and ethical perspective on the same problem. Like if the problem is there, we can look into it from different ethical perspectives. While economists might examine the cost and benefits of various policies related to global warming, and environmentalists, ethicists should examine the ethical values and discipline at stake. Moving further, ethical norms and disciplines, many different disciplines, institutions and professionals have norms for behavior that suits their particular aim and goal. Like an institution try to devise norms according to their own basic goal. Ethical norms also serve the aim or goal of research and apply to people who conduct scientific research or other scholars or creative activities, those who are involved with them. There is even a specialized discipline, research ethics, which studies these norms. Like where is in research area, there is a very specialized discipline. This is called research ethics. So those who are interested can opt for it. Ethical norms in research, people ask why. Actually, norm promotes aim of the research, such as knowledge, truth, and avoidance of error. Values that are essential for collaborative work. Like if you are working with someone else, you must respect his individuality, his intellectual property right. Research to held accountable to public. Like if I am doing some kind of research and I am doing it in my way, hopefully I can devise some kind of outputs which are not good for public, but I can just publish it and say that this is what I did. But a researcher is accountable to public, so ethics must be there. Help to build public support. People can think of it, yes, we can participate in this research and promote moral and social values. Like policies for research ethics, if we talk about, many different professional associations, government agencies and universities have adopted specific codes, rules and policies relating to research ethics. In every university, ethical committees must, in whose supervision all research has to be conducted. Like, ethical area is concerned with so many sub areas that you can say that in all they want a research to be ethical anyhow. Like, some ethical principles are basically called honesty, objectivity, integrity, carefulness, openness, respect for intellectual property, confidentiality, responsible publication, responsible mentoring. So it's all about being responsible. Whatever you are writing, whatever you are publishing, whatever you are saying, whatever information you are getting from others, you have to keep it very confidential. Like, a person shared his personal experiences with you and you are talking about his personal experience to his friends and making the rumors in the air. So this is against the ethical principles of research. So you have to be honest, you have to be very objective, need not to be biased, you have to be integrated, collective view you have to take, very careful, openness for learning. And the most important thing, if you are quoting any line of any other research paper, you must cite them, the author's name, you must give the credit to them also. So this way some ethical principle works. And some more ethical principles are respect for colleague, like with whom we are working, you must share your credit with them. Social responsibility, you must feel that whatever you are doing, there is a social responsibility associated with it. You have to be non-discriminatory, like competence should be there, legality should be there. You must not do any kind of research directly on animals saying that I made it and I am doing it, because you have to take care of animals also. Like, human subject protection is also there. Ethical decision making in research is a very important part. Like, if we talk about more about research ethics, it starts from selection of the topic, continues till the research finishes. Even then after, gratitude for everyone and proper referencing for every content. So intellectual property right, if it is followed and following the cyber laws and avoiding plagiarism, we can say that yes, we are somehow very very near to it. I would like to acknowledge David B. Reckenson, JD PhD. He has actually quoted this reference. So what is ethics in research and why it is important, and that is what we have tried to present in front of you. It is the original work of David B. Reckenson. Thank you very much.